Davide, how are you driving maximum value in this challenging time?
Now, first of all, I think challenge can be viewed as a breakdown or as a breakthrough, and I believe there is a lot in challenging times that we tend not to see because we are so focused on survival. So I believe there is value in this moment. While everybody is being afraid or of losing much or not adjusting to the future, I believe by giving up control or the expectation that things will go back to the same thing as it was before, we can allow what's changing to help us being flexible and adjust to the situation at hand. I believe the maximum value for me, at least so far, beginning from March of 2020, it has been to help me focus on what I'm here for, not on the means that I have, but on the content of the message. And that really helped me gather together and then be focused about what I do. And I believe what helped me do that mostly was the different perspectives that come in when you come together with a group of people like we are, like the C5. That really helped me see things in such a way that I didn't lose any detail that was needed for me to make my own choices, informed choices. So I believe that's the beginning of the value. And I believe the more I keep being flexible and look at the situation, the more I can make informed choices that will be effective.
So there it is. There's a new situation that is prevalent. Everybody is reacting in their own way. From my perspective, what I find is being confined to working from home. At first, it was a surprise. Oh, what now? Okay, how do I do this? In the beginning, I got distracted, you know. Whereas when I'm at the office, I know what I'm doing. Things happen in a specific way. Suddenly, I'm responsible for my time, which also, like Davide said, made me more conscious of what's really important to me, which then in turn brought out something in me that was absent when I was in my office thinking mode. Now, we've observed this with other clients having the same experience. From our perspective, this seems to be an enriching experience, particularly when the opportunity is made explicit through interaction, let's say with the four of us, for example, because in this discussion, as these new ideas and new perspectives become apparent, what emerges is something that wasn't available before. The alternative is you sink into your own mind and hopefully or not, you may go down the hole. And so the point here is that there are definitely opportunities which include an enriched experience of looking at the world through different lenses, because, for example, you are stuck at home or whatever the case may be, such that new opportunities become apparent, which in the previous day-to-day world were simply not. So what we're suggesting is having such an enriching experience with four different perspectives added to yours is one way to get maximum benefit out of these challenging times.
And for me, piercing into this question deeply, I had to look at a concept that says changing of the guard. Now, what I mean by changing of the guard is that it's time to change certain limiting beliefs about myself, limiting assumptions that I have carried for too long. You know, it's like a couple of jackets that hung in the cupboard and you never wear them, but they still hung in the cupboard and they influence your thinking and your attitude when you look at them because they stir up memories of the past and so on and forth. It's time to change. It's time to take those garments out. It's time to put new liberating assumptions at the guard to open up the opportunities. And what I find about the four of us is that we have this unique way of joining together in assessing and cohesively discover with the client what it is that could liberate new opportunities. And I think that is the opportunity of the moment that we all cannot miss, whether we work at home or we still have an office-bound kind of destination every day. We need to look into what is it that holds us back? What is our potential really? And how can we discover and together discover those opportunities to maximize on it for the benefit of us all, for the benefit of the bigger picture, the bigger world unfolding, the economy of the world, but also in its smaller sense, also in the household. How can we all start to flourish and blossom in that context with liberating thoughts and beliefs?
And for me, the value has been really collaboration, and being the four of us and having discussion for me online is a possibility very quickly to basically challenge my own thought and moving to emergence. And I believe that the business will move to emergence through multiple perspectives, a little bit like the six blind men touching an elephant, every part of the elephant, and discovering the elephant as an emergence of their six perspective. So that's for me one of the big value, this incredible ability to connect with multiple people at the same time. And also for me the medium itself is like an opportunity, because I'm totally outside of my comfort zone and I have to adapt. And in fact, I find joy in the adaptation. After the resistance, it's quite exciting to basically move in the unknown, because that's for me is quite enriching and force me to think on my feet. So if you want to have a glimpse of this experience, we offer you a chemistry session, a free chemistry session for half an hour, where we can discuss this process and imagine that you could do that with your team, to have like several people like creating together an emerging world, a little bit like a plane taking off. We move to a new technology and a new way of looking at things through emergence. So contact us for 30 minutes and we will really be pleased to work with you.